Hi, this is Nandi. I'm going to show you just real briefly how to do a high frequency treatment on an acne client. Right now I'm going to take my towel and hold it in my hand. I'm going to get the probe. This is the probe that has the argon gas in it. Whenever you put a probe into the handle, you need to hold it with the towel to keep your hand safe. Should that probe break, if it's in a towel, you're fine. It won't cut your hand. So you just insert the probe into the handle and push it down till it is nice and secure. So your probe is in your handle and your towel is now going to go on your lap. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check and make sure that the rheostat is all the way to 0 before I turn it on. I'm going to turn on the high frequency. I'm going to put my finger on the probe and then I'm going to slowly turn the rheostat up and you'll hear it turn on. Okay. And now with my finger on the probe, I'm going to put it on her skin after I put a gauze on. And I should have done this first, so let me go ahead and turn this off for just a second. When you're turning it off, turn the rheostat all the way down to 0, turn it off, and then you can sit it in its handle holder for just a second. I forgot to put gauze on her skin. You want to do this because the gauze will create a layer of oxygen, and it also helps the probe to glide very gently over her clean, dry skin. So we cleansed her skin. It's now nice and dry. And I just use 4x4 gauze and I open it up and I just lay one on the top part of her face and one on the lower part of her face and overlap them just a little bit. You don't have to be real technical here. All you want to do is have a surface to glide on. And again, I'm going to pick up the handle and put my finger on the probe. I'm going to turn the machine on and I'm going to turn the rheostat up. Okay, now when I place the probe on her skin or when I take it off, my finger is always on the probe. So once I put it on her skin, I can remove my finger and we have a nice, gentle little action here, and I go from eyebrow to hairline, eyebrow to hairline, eyebrow to hairline, all the way across the forehead and all the way back, eyebrow to hairline. And you can go right over the brow, it's fine, because you know acne gets in the eyebrow as well. Eyebrow to hairline, eyebrow to hairline, eyebrow to hairline. And then once you do all the way across, then you go across to the middle, all the way to the corner of her eye, to the middle, to the corner of her eye, to the middle, to the corner of her eye, to the middle, corner of her eye, to the middle. You're creating ozone, which is antibacterial, and you would do this after extractions in the facial. And then when you come down her face, you'll go under the eye, to the nostril, to the earlobe, just in a little bit of a grid pattern here, to the earlobe, to the corner of the mouth, to the jawline, to just under the lip, to the middle of the chin, sweep underneath the jaw a little bit, and back up to the chin, and now you can do the grid pattern in the up and down. To the lip, underneath the jaw, to the lip, underneath the jaw, to the cheek, underneath the jaw, to the outer cheek, underneath the jaw, to the outer cheek, underneath the jaw, to the outer cheek. Now you can go from the cheek to the upper cheek, cheek to the upper cheek, cheek to the upper cheek, cheek to the upper cheek. You just want to make sure that you're getting that antibacterial action all over the skin. Now I go on the nose and sweep down the side, 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 up to the nose again, up, then to the tip of the nose, and then side, 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 back to the tip of the nose, and up, and up. And then you sweep to the other side, and so you'll go to the nostril, to the side, to the nostril, to the earlobe, to the upper part of the lip, all the way across the lip, to the earlobe, to the earlobe, middle of the chin, sweep underneath the jaw, and then you want to go chin to the lip, chin to the lip, underneath the jaw to the cheek, underneath the jaw to the cheek, underneath the jaw to the cheek, underneath the jaw to the cheek. Now, cheek to the upper cheek, cheek to the upper cheek, cheek to the upper cheek, cheek to the upper cheek. And you pretty much cover the entire face nicely. Now, before I remove it from her face, I'm going to put my finger on the probe. Now it's safe to remove it from her skin. And with your finger still on the probe, you want to turn the rheostat all the way off and turn it off. And again, when you remove the probe, you also want to take a towel. You want to take the probe, you want to gently kind of twist it until it comes out, and the handle will go there. Just for right now, we'll sanitize that. We'll sanitize and disinfect this like that. Now I'm going to quickly move over to LED blue light therapy with this machine, and you can see it's a big behemoth of a machine. Some people have just the handhelds. This is my blue light. As you can see, it's about the size of the palm of my hand. It's been sanitized already. It's ready to go. I'm going to set it up, turn on the power, get my settings, and I'm doing the number 3 probe. And when I hit run, it's going to make a sound. The sound that you hear is going to be the fan cooling the diodes. There are about, I'd say, 150 diodes in this particular hand, and when I hit run, I can remove the gauze. Of course, this needs to go on clean skin as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put her goggles on over her Dermaid eye shields. I always use Dermaid eye shields, and then I double up with using the goggles as well. So I'm going to turn this on, and I'm going to lay it right on her skin, because the closer we can get that light to the skin, the better. And I'm going to shorten up the time. There's a beep that goes off when this needs to be changed. But right now, as you can see, it's covering quite a bit of her face, almost a quarter of her face. So we're going to leave it there, and when I hear the beep, I'm going to move it up. It's okay to overlap, because once the skin has absorbed the light, it will be fine. But I start down here, and if they have that hormonal jaw acne, I will put this under there so it hits that area, avoiding their thyroid. You want to cover this area right here. And we're going to pretend like it's beeped, so we're going to move it up. We want to hit her entire face. And then I'm going to move it around this way so that we get the corner of her eye as well. The goggles and the Dermaid eye shields help to protect her eye from the very, very, very bright lights, or diodes I should say, if I'm being accurate. And it beeped again, so I'm going to move it on her forehead. I'm going to go straight down the middle of her face, get her nose. With this particular machine, you want to make sure not to cover any of the whole intake air holes, because that's drawing air in and the fan is keeping the diodes cool. So we're going to pretend like it's beeped again, and we're going to move across to get this side of her face. This really only takes about 7 to 10 minutes for the entire face. Now if you have light stem or something smaller, it's going to, depending on how the manufacturer has it arranged,